whenever we talk about the lies that we live with is this notion that we are separate people. In other words, I am separate from her, I'm separate from you. We are separate from Tempe, Arizona. We're separate from Mexico. We're separate from the rest of the world. And the reason that we believe this is because we were taught at an early age that there is space between each one of us, and that whatever happens to me, it doesn't affect you. Whatever happens at the end of the street doesn't affect me. Things that happen in my neighborhood won't affect the rest of the world. And that is a lie. And it's not an intentional lie. And when I refer to the word lie, what I'm talking about is it's a misunderstanding about the way the universe works, the way that our world works, and the way we interact with each other. If you could imagine yourself as an ice cream cone. One of the favorite sayings, if I was an ice cream cone, I'd lick myself to death. But the image is pretty accurate as far as how we exist in this universe. Because if you imagine ourselves, who we are, both as a physical being and as an emotional being, a mental being, and a spiritual being, we all believe that there's something more than what I can touch, what I can see, what I can hear, what I can feel. We just don't know what that is in many times because we believe that we only have our five senses. So let me illustrate this. If you could imagine that when you refer to yourself, you're referring to something that's more than just flesh and blood. I think most of us can agree that there's more to us than just what goes into our clothes. We have imaginations, we have dreams, we have communication. There's more that goes on with when we think about who we are than just a body. And so I like to look at it like who we are is something more than just our physical body. What we can see, hear, smell, taste, the physical part of us would be this part of the ice cream cone. It would be the very tip of the bottom, so that arms, legs, all the physical part of it. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of the sixth sense, the seventh sense, the eighth sense. These are the senses that we have where we dream, where we have communication with other people. The psychic senses let us know that there's something more to us than just our bodies. So let's put this line here, which allows us to sense or be aware of there's more to us than just our body. And as we go up further, the more senses that are developed, the more connected everything gets. So you have this open-ended area up here in which it all blends together. And so this is what I call divinity. Some people call it God, some people call it universe, some people call it source. Some people call it the unified field. What it is everything that we don't know and we can't see or taste. We don't have the ability, and most people don't anyway, don't have the ability to connect with this. And this is what I've come to understand is what the spiritual path is. The spiritual path is that desire that we have in order to connect with this. We all have this suspicion, or at least an understanding that there's something greater than ourselves at work in the universe.